I want to go over some advanced training advice, and these are things that I am telling you from hearing and listening to Dorian Yates, as well as the late bodybuilder Mike Mentzer, who they have implemented into training where they either hit a sticking point or they just felt like they wanted to get a little bit extra growth, where they wanted to damage the muscle more and cause it to go to failure more so that they can allow it to regrow and get bigger and stronger in that area. Okay, so this is a very pinpointed, specific, highly seldomly used tactic, and I'm going to give you 3 of them that are going to maybe allow you to adjust certain lifts so that you can perform better the next time or maybe grow a little bit more, but they are to be seldomly used. The reason for that is because you will be doing so much damage to the muscle that it will need ample time to repair. You will not immediately see strength gains. You will get weaker. You will need to recover from this stuff, okay? So eventually, that's after the recovery phase is when the muscle will build on this. So you must give it ample time, okay? Don't just rush into this. You cannot do these for every set. You cannot do this for every time you go to the gym on every workout, okay? You will fry your muscles and you will fry your central nervous system as well as your endocrine system. Your whole body will be struggling to keep up with the amount of exertion that you've caused to it. So use these sparingly. However, they are things that can be highly beneficial if, let's say, you are not seeing the type of growth, even though you have been going to muscular failure and maybe need some additional tactics in order to overcome that. Okay, so basically the first one. Oh, and just one more thing before I go into the 3, and I will tell you all about them. There is something you need to know. Basically, it is the strongest part of the lift is not what you think it is. So I want to just touch on this point real quick. The strongest part of the lift is the lowering of the lift. You are so much stronger to lower a weight. You can lower much more weight than you can pick up, or rather than you can contract, okay? So the second strongest point in the lift is the hold of the lift. So you actually, where basically, like, if, for example, you were to have a bicep curl and you were to hold it at a 90-degree angle out, that is a stronger point in the lift than and it's difficult, but you are stronger in that position than, let's say, the full contraction. Okay, so like another piece of this would be if let's say you were doing a hold on a leg extension. Okay, so your legs are out on the extension machine. That hold, you can hold a much larger weight than you could just doing the full motion, and then lowering, you can do a way heavier weight than you could actually lifting it up. So it is actually those 2 things, rather than the lift itself, are more beneficial to building muscle and hypertrophy than the actual lifting motion. That's why a lot of people are gearing you towards, and they say things like, hey, control the weight, lower it properly, good form. That is where the most of the muscle building is going. Really, it shouldn't be called weightlifting, as the late bodybuilder Mike Mentzer used to say. He said it should be called weight lowering because it is that important in the lifts. Okay, moving on. Basically, we got the first one, rest pause or hypertraining. Okay, so this is basically when, let's say we're doing, and for the sake of the camera angle here, we could see, let's say we're doing a lateral raise or a side raise, okay? So basically, for this delt exercise, you are going, like for mine, I do like an Icarian machine, and I'll do 80 pounds. And I think last time I failed at number 8. On number 8, I couldn't get it up. So basically, here, what you will be doing is when I hit number 7, so I go number 7, and I know, because I've been at least training for about 7 months now, doing training till failure. until I know I'm not going to get that next one, what you do then is you stop and you wait 10 seconds. And then you will go and do the weight, okay? Then you get it up, then you slowly lower it. We're all doing this in good form, okay? So basically, once you do that, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna wait another 10 seconds, but you are going to slightly lower the weight, maybe about 20%, okay? All right, now we've done that. Now you go again and you hit one more, okay? You go, basically you will not be able to do the next one. You're going till failure. So what essentially is gonna happen next is you're gonna do another one, but you are going to lower the weight further and do one more. So you can do this 3 or 4 times. Essentially, you will be doing one last one and then you will basically, it's till failure, okay? Now this is all type of training. It is much easier to do with a partner and it should be very much assisted most of the time, okay? Now, what I mean by that is if you're using machines that have fail safes, like that is preferable if there is no partner available, okay? But these are basically people who should be in the gym with you and understand exactly what is going on, exactly what you are doing, okay? So like I said, sparingly, and then obviously there's certain parameters that you need to fill before doing these. However, this basically is gonna cause a lot of damage. You need to recover after this, okay? And this is not about endurance. This is not a drop set, okay? The reason why it's not a drop set is because drop sets strictly make you do another full set until you finally hit failure. Your goal in order to build muscle is not to see how many blind reps you can do, okay? The goal is to go till failure. So if you're doing a drop set and you're doing 6 reps and then you will fail at the 7th, why? You need to be doing only till failure in this type of motion, okay? This is not an endurance competition, okay? All right, next one, static hold. Okay, so like I was saying, the second most productive part of the lift, other than the lowering of the lift, is the holding of the lift. Now, if, for example, we were talking about that delt side raise again, or we do leg extensions is another one where you can hold the weight. What you are going to do for a static hold set is this. You are going to take 20%, 30% more weight than you currently do, and you are going to do one set, and you are going to hold that sucker as long as you can. Now, the goal in the weight that you're choosing is about 10 to 25 seconds, okay? Now, there will be a time when you will want to send that weight crashing down, but you are not going to do that. You are going to, under control, after that hold, after the heavier weight that you are not doing a full motion with, you are simply holding, you will lower the weight and do it in strict form. You cannot alter your body or sit up in the machine to torque things down. There's nothing like that. It is all muscular contraction. Don't blow it at this point, okay? You need to have the knowledge and maybe even you might even fail at this at first to torque and stuff like that, but basically you'll get a hang of it where it's okay, I could go a little bit longer. I could go a little bit longer, but then you actually end up torquing or doing something wrong. Well, next time you have to note and be honest to yourself and go, okay, it was a little too long and I'm not going to torque it down next time, no matter what. All right. So you just let it down slowly. Okay. Next one, forced reps and negatives. Okay. So this is definitely partner based, or I'll give you some cheat codes for some that I've done. So basically what this is where you are going until failure, but you are actually going a little past failure, 1 or 2 reps. How is this done? Well, let's say if you're doing a bench, right? You are going to have someone assist you slightly just so that they're going to see you are not able to hold the weight and your hands are shaking and you're giving it all you got. They're going to lightly assist you. get it up, and then basically just doing one more, and they're gonna assist you a little bit more, okay? So you are going past the point of failure. It is going to highly stimulate muscle growth, but it is also going to take a lot out of your system in order to recover it, okay? So keep that in mind. So basically, a forced rep is where you basically have someone helping you. Now, the force negative is another piece of the puzzle. So basically, like I said, this is the strongest point in the lift, the lowering of the lift. Now, this person will help you to the top, and then now you must lower. You'll be able to lower more weight, which means you can go past failure on a lowering basically much more on a heavy weight till failure than you could a lifting of it. So they would assist you up to the top, like on a bench press, and then you would simply bring the weight back down, okay? So those are the three styles of training till failure that are going to put a lot of give your body a lot of muscle, a lot of hypertrophy and growth. So use them sparingly. They're really cool techniques. I'll throw in one bonus here. So for example, if let's say I want to do force negatives and I am alone, but I have like something like a bicep curl, you can get really creative in how you do this. Now, don't get yourself injured, because you are basically messing with injury if you are super weak and you've already gone to failure. But you can do something like this, where let's say if I have a straight bar bicep curl, okay? So I have the straight bar in my hand, I'm doing this. I will actually kind of fling the weight up, not with my back, but I will kick it with my knee just to get it up. And then I will slowly do one back down. I don't think I've ever done, no, I think I've done two, but after two of lowering, after you've already gone to failure of lifting the weight, you can't do anymore. You literally are like, you're literally completely spent. So so that is something, and I'm sure you could get a little creative, but just keep in mind, if you're doing that alone and you're trying to do force negative stuff alone, you start running into some risks, okay? So definitely don't get injured, but just in case you were like, I want to try that a little bit, or try one thing a little bit, see if you can maybe sneak one of those in, and it'll be pretty productive, okay? But all right, guys, get some rest, get in the gym, hit it hard, and hope this helped.